The world started out like any other. Getting a wooden pickaxe, upgrading stone, and then disaster struck. So I'm loading into the world now, and you'll be able to see what progress I've made. So I designed this retaining wall, which is eventually going to hold up my starter house. You can also probably tell that I've got basic iron tools and enough resources to get going in the game. I'm very mad that this footage corrupted because I'm very proud of the retaining wall I was able to make. But anyway, let's finish it up and start the outline of our starter house. So I was able to finish off the retaining wall with materials I had, but now I have to go collect more materials to start the starter house. Let's do that now. So the outline for the first floor is done, but let's go ahead and get the second floor outline done. So that was pretty easy. Got the second floor outline done. Missed a spot there. I'll get that in a second. But now let's move on to filling in the walls, and I have got a pretty good texture for this idea. The walls are mainly going to consist of stripped oak logs, stripped birch logs, and just some plain oak planks. I'm going to speed this process up for you all, but let me show you an example of what I mean. So for the highlight, we're going to use stripped birch logs. The oak logs are going to eventually be stripped. I just have them unstripped right now. But I'm just starting these around. These don't really matter. This isn't for shadow or anything because, as you know, stripped logs are the same as their plank variant. So I'm just going to place these down, grab a few oak planks. Actually, need to grab them. But first I'm going to strip these logs. Then grab those out of my inventory, place those, and as you can see, we've got a pretty good wall texture. So I just finished doing all the walls, and I'm going to go ahead and add in some stripped spruce logs for texture. These are going to act as didn't mean to strip those, but these are going to act as shadows for the walls and give it a little bit more depth. Originally I wanted these to be jungle logs, but spruce is going to have to work for now. We don't have enough materials for the roof, so let's go do that now. While I'm gathering these materials, I wanted to tell you about what a forever world is and where I got my inspiration from. My axe broke. But, like I was saying, I got my inspiration from two YouTubers. One a little less known. I already had a crafting table. Back to the point. One a little less known named I'm Shrammy2. He's where I got, the style of the... what am I doing? I don't know how to make an axe. Besides the fact that I don't know how in the world to create an axe, my main inspiration for these roofs are a player known by I'm Shrammy2. He's a little less known, but here's his YouTube channel, and as you can see in this video here, he has a slide of orange acacia roofs, and then he also has some pumpkins in there. Another inspiration of mine is Mog Swamp. He's survived 13 years on his survival world. And that's really where the term forever comes from, because you just come back to this world after everything, you get bored of Minecraft, you take a break from Minecraft, then you come back, you play on the same world, keep going. Update through update, you keep coming back to this world and keep working on it. I've been wanting to do one of these worlds for a while now, but as you know, my friends and I have a Minecraft realm, and I've been putting most of my attention to that. But now I finally have a chance to start the world I've always wanted. So a huge thanks to I'm Shrammy2 and Mog Swamp for inspiring this video. Well, I think that's enough acacia wood for now, and I got saplings if I ever need more. So I think it's time to head back. Well, actually, I guess I'll grab these last 2 trees. So here again, you can see my footage has corrupted. I've already done half of the roof and the entranceway roof, but I think now, instead of doing a time-lapse, or what I like to call a poor man's time-lapse, because this is Bedrock Edition and we don't have free cam mode, so I'm just going to walk you through here. So what I'm doing is I'm just placing down a base of acacia logs. Oh, didn't mean to place that. And then eventually, what's wrong with this? Oh, this is off by a block. Okay, well, besides that, I'm placing down a base of acacia logs, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so now that I'm finished with the acacia logs, I'm going to go ahead and texture the back of these, or the shadow. I didn't end up doing it on the part that I'd already done, which is honestly pretty good because now I get to show you at least a little bit of the first roof I did. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip these acacia logs and put them on the end. As you can tell, these stripped acacia logs are just a little bit darker than the non-stripped. So I'm going to do that for that part, and then I'm going to head over to this part and do the same thing on this. Oh, what the heck? Oh, water inventory. Man, I'm so good at this game. Alright, there we go. So, like I said, we're just going to do this for this part, and then head on to do not the shadows. I'm doing the shadows right now. What am I saying? Guys, if you can't tell, I'm new to this voice recording stuff, and getting kind of used to it. And here again, my footage corrupted, but you can see I did the highlights with pumpkins and orange concrete. I think it looks pretty good, and these inside walls for the roof, I'm really not sure what I think of them. They look okay, but if y'all think I should change it to anything else, leave that in the comments. There's one last thing I want to do before I end off the video today. As you can probably tell, I'll show you from a better angle. Let me pillar up real fast. But I have not done very much detail on this building. So, as you can see, it's pretty bland. There's no windows. I haven't even gotten a door. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, probably off camera, because it's just not very good content. So I'll see y'all when that's over. So I just added in the detail, a few windows, and some fences and fence gates. Let me take off my shield so you can see it better. But I think that's going to be it for episode 1. If you've stayed here for the whole time, that means you enjoyed my content. So if that's true, please consider leaving a like and even subscribing if you're going that far. But a huge thanks to the inspiration I mentioned earlier, and y'all have a good one.